Okay. Hello everyone. Sorry, it's been a hot minute since I've been I've been back. How are y'all doing? So, give me 1 minute. I am just finishing up the last final few things, but I thought to chat while I do. Whew. By the way, sorry if my tone is a little down, guys. I woke up like maybe 30 minutes ago. And yeah, I slept a little longer than I wanted to, but it's fine. Everything will be Gucci. um Let me see, let me just make sure how I sound. I sound fine. Okay. um um okay, so y'all ready for some spooky season? I know I am. I've been hyping up and hyping up and hyping up ever since like the middle of August came around. And I have been like, I want horror. I want horror. And I'm like finally starting to get that, and the feeling is slowly uh starting to sort of creep in as um like time has gone on. And I will say to everyone who is not like a summer person, I am just so excited that it's getting cold, and it is getting to a point where like it's not just blazing fucking hot. So, anyway, we are going to get in to our next game, which is Vampyr or Vampyr. The title has some arguments on how you pronounce this game, I've seen. I would say Vampyr sounds really cool, but probably very inaccurate. And then Vampyr. Apparently this is just a more archaic way of spelling it, which I mean is fine, doesn't matter, same thing. But yes, so we are going to be playing this, and if you don't know anything about this game is basically us stepping into the shoes of Dr. Jonathan Reed, coming back to his home city during the Spanish flu epidemic. Now obviously, as you can tell, there's more to this game than just the Spanish flu. But yeah, I'm excited. This game was one of those weird games that I originally found when I was going through like free games that PlayStation would offer during the fall time. And you know, I ultimately got to a place where I was like, wow, I like really like this game for some reason. And I remember the first time I played it, it was absolutely like unnerving to the point where I was just like, ooh, I don't know if I like this or if I do, but I kept playing through it. So, anyway, give me 1 second. I'm just going to do that. Okay, so here we go. Let's get into the game. Okay, so let's just see here. Gameplay. Da, 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 da. Okay. New game. So, I, back in the day, played on easy because I didn't know what to do. And I'm not kind of a butt-clenchingly hard person for gaming. So I think we're just going to go about this doing normal mode. And I'm going to go the route of almost neutrality. So if we think that there's a person that could help us along the way that we can eventually get to where we can mesmerize them and all this stuff, we'll get into that. Because trust me, the time will come. But yeah, let's go. Normal mode. Hold on. Dang it. It wouldn't be me if there wasn't some scuff. Hold on. For some reason, it wants to come out of... It wants to come out of my computer. How strange. Ooh. Hello. Okay. Uh... Okay, I'll just mute myself. Okay. Managed to fix everything. Sorry. Everything likes to explode on me today, guys. That's been my day. Just everything. So, anyway. We're gonna have to deal with this little audio kerfuffle with the main intro. But let's just go. Let's go. It wouldn't be a Jake stream if there wasn't some scuff.
12 dreams for the Red Queen under crown of stone. 8 voracious beasts born from 8 restless nights. 4 nails piercing the flesh of the sinner. 1 prayer for the summoned, called by this song. 'Tis perhaps the countdown to oblivion for the once proud city of London. 'Tis perchance her inhabitants' last dance alone to face death and pestilence. Confronted by the eerie and unknown, mortals became desperate for answers. A flock's flight makes for an omen, the falling of a star a dire presage. Turning to priests for interpretation when there was no reason to be found. When religion failed, men turned to science. I saw them build such vain cities, crafting machines made for endless war. New questions flourished as old answers withered. What is darkness but lurking sun? What is wall but enslaved stone? What is glass but tortured sand? What is song but a call to arms? What is hate but jilted love? What is life but death pending?
Hell of an intro.
Death. Since the apple was plucked from the sacred tree, mortality was believed to be God's punishment. A righteous snare to keep mankind from ascending to the stars. They were all so wrong. Death is not a wicked thing, nor some holy retribution. A true punishment would be to never know its sweet kiss. Awake.
He does good in this game, trust me.
And be born once more.
Enjoy your shower, Ina. Okay, so that was a hell of an intro, and the audio worked that time. I was real happy about that. Jonathan's not doing so hot.
Thirsty. So thirsty.
Me, this entire game.
My sweet brother. What have you done?
Mary! Oh, no! Mary! Hold on! Please, hold on! Oh, God. Mary. No, no. This horror. It's a nightmare. No! Please, a moment, let me explain!
Ooh.
These patrols are after me. No, no, don't shoot!
Looks like we just gotta run.
I need to get out of here. This can't be happening. No, please, stop! I mean you no harm. What's going on? Oh, Mary. What have I done? What's all this about?
Shit, where'd it go?
Now, I can defend myself.
Kill that thing!
Who are you? Stay back!
Die.
But you left me no choice. Who are you?
Stupid beast!
Get macheted. Ooh. London's not what you remember, is it, Jonathan?
No, please, stop! Who are you?
Filthy piece of shit!
Oh.
What do you want? I mean you no harm. I need help.
Die, you fucking leech!
Please, listen to me. I can't make any sense of this.
Shut up, beast!
Who are you? What is this all about? Ah! Ah! What in God's name?
I'll do the rest of the job.
Just leave me.
Can't be in the sun.
The sun. It feels like it's burning me to the bone.
Because it is, my dear Jonathan.
I need to find somewhere to hide. Let me go! I need to find shelter. Is anybody there? What is this place? The place seems abandoned. I should be safe enough here.
Safe enough. Wow. Damn. Oh wait, that button. Fire and sun. Leeches do not fear the sun or fire. They do not burst into flames or ashes when they are caught under the rays. But it hurts them good, real good. I personally chained a vampire to a tree to see what would happen when the sun rises. Its skin blackened in a few minutes as if it was burning from the inside. Its eyes and flesh melted, and I saw its unholy bones move and squeal as the beast tried to escape all day long. In the end, only a desiccated corpse remained, and which started to slowly regenerate when the sun disappeared behind the horizon. I cut its head off, finally destroying it, and when I tried the same test with fire, the bloody leech never came back from the ashes. Fire is our weapon of choice. Okay. Lovely.
What have you done?
Mary! Mary! Mary, I'm sorry. Whoever did this to us, I will find them.
That's my face if I don't drink enough water. Good God.
Wait. This one's dressed up fancy. Let's run through his pockets.
Picking the dead's pockets? Are you serious?
I've still a rent to pay. He's got no more responsibilities. What's this? Gold watch.
Beautiful it is. We fancy it as shadow takings. I suppose we are undertakers. Now, give him an Eve.
Lovely.
That's impossible.
So is I always misinterpreted that, where it's like, is Jonathan undead?
Who goes there? Who's there? Are you referring to me? No! No! I still have so much to accomplish. I still have so much left that needs doing.
Johnny, this one's lost. We need to leave. And now!
No! There's time. I can save him.
That's the enemy coming! The orders are to evacuate the hospital!
Done. He'll live.
And now what?
We fight. Killing is a hell of a lot easier than healing. No, it never got easy.
I'm still to this day not a person that even likes to hold a gun because they scare the crap out of me. It's like my dad always wanted me to be the son where it's like, oh yeah, let's go hunting. Like shoot deer or squirrels or something. I'm like, I can barely deal with being near like a dead human idea, let alone being near like just piles of dead. Oh my lordy lordy loo. I don't know if I should read all of this. We'll come back to it. I do want to do a lore dump episode. But also, I will say, this game, we could spend hours sometimes in sections just talking to people. I promise I'll try not to do that.
This makes no sense. None of it. No sense at all. It's a nightmare. That's it. So be it. Rational thinking only.
Sure. So everyone, welcome. Welcome to our next game. I'm so excited.
This is absolute madness. I've lost touch with the real.
Madness it is, as mad as the moon, who changes blinding sunlight into a glowing reflection.
Hideout beds allow you to evolve and rest. Spend experience points to level up and improve your vampiric skills. So we definitely want autography. This is what will allow you to heal in the game. Okay. And then we're going to do Blood Spear. I very much like this move because you can hit people from far away. Okay. And don't have enough. Okay. Next time. That's a lot of blood, Jonathan. Is that a pig? I don't remember what that Pokemon's called, you know. Okay.
That voice in my head. If I'm not mad, then it must belong to the one who made me what I am. I must find him to understand what...
The night is here again. I am in London now, somewhere near the East End docks. I suppose I don't know this part of town. All I know is this. Someone is killing people here, murdering them, butchering them, drinking their blood, making them like him. Is this what's happened to me? My poor Mary, my poor sister. I must follow the blood trail, find my answers. Maybe I should start by gathering information about what happened to this place while I was away. Then I will find out who did this to me, who made me what I am now.
I have become.
Where is it? Look, it's closed.
Oh, that's bad.
These people want me dead. I need to leave now.
The chonk.
Here's the leech. Here!
Hey.
My head's spinning.
I mean, I don't know how I'd feel, Jonathan, if I just teleported. Offhand weapons. Offhand weapons can be used by pressing Y. They have special effects and consume stamina. Okay, we out of here.
I'm still in Southwark. I must reach the West End.
Oh, you dick! Press Y to stake and inflict stun damage. A stunned enemy can be bitten.
A strength I never knew I had.
There's one of them vermin.
This
Oh my
shouldn't
God.
be possible.
We have to stop it. It's one of them.
Every sinew, every fiber
Hooah!
is a fire.
Oh shit. Give me your blood!
I feel like a child learning the limits of my body.
Ooh, you're spicy. Ooh, you a thick boy.
My reflexes. I'm not human anymore.
Quarantine, contagious disease. One shall enter or leave quarantine without written blank of local health authority blank. An authorized okay, so just scratched out details. Oh, I love the music in this game. What's this? Join the ranks, your country needs you. Join the British ranks and help the brave lads at the front.
My poor sister. If only I had controlled my need for blood. Mary, someone will pay for what happened to you. For what happened to us.
By the way, look at how gorgeous this game looks, but also like equally very eerie. I love this game. Hopefully by the end, this might not be your guys' favorite game we play, but hopefully I get to share some of the love.
Jump. I can now control it.
Ooh, creepy.
What will London have to say to me? I've so many questions unanswered.
That's the worst thing too, is like this game is Jonathan coming back from war essentially to a place that should be familiar but is not.
Another corpse. Have the very streets of London become a mausoleum? The man has been drained of all blood, but I can still smell the scent of it. I follow the scent's trail. Perhaps it will lead me to my assailant. Fresh blood. The smell is so strong. Where has everyone gone? According to the blood patterns, that's where the victim was attacked. So that must be the killer's trail.
Hideout. So these are just like where you can level up, use a workbench, go to bed. But I will advise you, do not go to bed in this game until you're ready. Because advancing the nights changes the health state of the world. Okay. Let's head out.
At last,
Welcome, sir.
a little life.
I think drink no longer stirs me.
My God, sir, you look like Jonah's whale just spat you out of hell. Can I get you a drink?
No, thank you. I'm not thirsty.
Well, grab a chair and get some rest. This is going to be another long night.
Why is it going to be a long night?
You must be new around here. Don't you know about the murders?
Tell me more about these murders.
Every morning for the last few weeks, bodies have been found. And those poor sods didn't die of flu.
That's not good.
Do the police have any leads on a suspect?
Even before the outbreak, coppers never came round here. We're on our own. People die in these parts all the time, and no one cares.
That sucks, because this is probably like lower income place to live.
Where am I? Where is this place?
You're at my bar, sir, the Turquoise Turtle. The last ray of light in this dangerous part of town.
Aren't you scared?
Scared of what? All the bad shit happens out on the foggy streets. And I never go outside.
Me, fam. Me, I feel that. God, I need to start going out at night more. I need to start making more plans with local friends. Like, I do plan on having a board game party at some point, but that's not here nor there right now. But I'm hoping to have it.
So you're open all night?
Yep. Figured people might need a place to rest in these dark times.
I'm looking for someone who might have passed through here recently. Wondered if you might help.
It's been quiet tonight. The only other person I've seen went straight up to his room. Thought it was kind of rude, actually.
You mean he's still here?
Well, yeah. He paid for the entire week.
Who is this man? What does he look like?
Well, like a gentleman, I guess. Well-dressed, quite polite. A professor or something fancy like that. Always writing, reading notes.
How long has he been here?
He rented the room a few days ago and didn't say when he'd leave.
I need to meet this man. I have questions.
Just climb the stairs and knock on the first door. I heard him open his window, so I guess he's still awake. And,
Yes?
no funny business. You hear me? This is a respectable establishment.
I think I'm losing my mind. I should just run as far away from this place as I can. Hello, sir. Are you all right? Is there any way I can help you?
I don't know. Maybe you could just talk to me.
Maybe you prefer to speak with Tom, then. He's more agreeable talking to strangers.
What's going on around here? Where is everyone?
Too many dead, sir. First the epidemic, and now all these terrible murders.
The murders. What can you say about them?
Bodies found in the streets every morning. Drained of blood. It's just horrible. Some say the sewer dog is back.
The sewer dog.
Sewer dog.
What's that?
No one knows. People have always disappeared around these parts. The ancients say it's the sewer dog coming out to feed. But now he's killing in the streets.
What have you heard about the epidemic?
There's a Spanish flu. Yeah. Killed so many last summer. Thought we'd seen the last of it. Dozens dying every week.
Are the authorities doing anything?
Nothing. There are so many quarantine zones in London now. It's gotten really hard to travel across town.
I never really remembered exactly what the Spanish flu is or was. I just know it killed a lot of people because they didn't know how to treat it.
I just want to talk. I didn't mean to scare you.
I'm not afraid, sir. It's just I've other customers to take care of.
I only see one customer.
Oh. Well, yeah, of course. I mean, I best check on them.
What is this place?
This is Tom's bar, the Turquoise Turtle. I'm the barmaid here, Sabrina, if you want to know.
Are you always open this late at night?
No, it's only since the epidemic started. Tom thought that people may need a safe place to stay.
You don't seem to have much business. Where is everybody?
Well, most people are sleeping right now. And those that are awake tend to avoid going out. What with the murders and all.
I'll leave then. Thank you. Good evening, sir. I wondered if I could ask for your help.
Wow, you look like you need a drink.
Yes. I apologize for my outfit. It's been a long night.
Been there, seen that. Don't worry, things can only get worse.
Ha! You seem like a chipper person.
Has anybody entered the bar recently?
Can't say. Sorry. I spent the night making love to that gorgeous bottle, see?
This is important, sir. Are you sure no one has come in here in the last few hours?
I don't know and I don't care. This is a free country. People still have the right to come and go, don't they?
What's going on around here? It's like everybody is hiding.
You must be new here. Have you not heard about the murders? Everybody fears the return of the sewer dog.
You make it sound like it's a fairy tale.
People will always believe in monsters. It's easier than accepting their own darkness. We can all be monsters.
Ain't that the truth?
Who is this sewer dog?
It's the local bogeyman. Convenient answer for every crime that happened for decades. You murdered someone, blame the sewer dog, eh?
I'll leave you to your bottle then.
Are they stupid or something?
This is no place for you. Prewen has several patrols roaming the area.
They do not pursue me.
But they're looking for vampires, and they're most efficient.
They'll not relent until the killer has been identified.
I have a common objective, but I require...
I think someone is eavesdropping.
Are you certain? You might as well come in, whoever you are.
Slowly, vampire. Who are you? I mean you no harm, saith the vampire. Present yourself.
I need a word.
With anyone.
Well, that's something I can do for you. And who might you be?
God, I go from playing one choice game to going to play a game with another choice.
I'm not sure that I know anymore.
Might I at least learn the reason of your presence?
That's none of your concern.
Sir, you have entered my room in the middle of the night, pale as a corpse and shaking like a tree. So please, indulge me.
Someone is molesting people. In fact, killing them. Biting them.
The calling card of a vampire. Like you.
I've been hunted down in the streets and attacked. I'm a victim here too.
I believe you.
Then if you are not a vampire, who or what are you?
Dr. Edgar Swansea of the Brotherhood of St. Paul. I'm performing an independent investigation here in an attempt to understand precisely what is going on.
What have you uncovered concerning the murders?
It started a few nights ago. Rumors of violent murders. The docks have always been, shall we say, somewhat unsavory. But this is different.
How different?
A vampire is at work here. Famished. Reckless. It must be brought to ground, and quickly.
I heard another voice, that of a woman. Who were you talking to?
Ridiculous. I've no idea what you're talking about.
Something tells me not to trust you.
Then the feeling is mutual.
And what exactly is this Brotherhood?
Sir, if the name is not familiar to you, then we shall discuss it another time.
Then help me find the culprit.
I may. If you'll first tell me why you opened this door.
I followed a trail. The scent of blood from a recent victim. It led me here.
You thought I was your aggressor. That explains a great deal. We're both chasing the same shadow.
A shadow, indeed. Yet I heard his voice in my head. There was a moment I believed I was mad.
You should let me handle this affair. You've no idea what you're up against.
No. I will find the monster. He is mine.
How will you do any better than I? But then let me ask you this. What are your intentions if you find the killer?
I will at last have the answers to my questions.
Then I can only wish you good hunting. And pray we shall meet again.
Oh, I don't like the browning of the blood on the shirt. It's realistic, but it's gross.
Are they stupid or something? I've never even been to.
If Swansea is not my attacker, it means somebody else came here tonight. Someone must know something.
Evening, sir. Can I help you?
I have a few questions for you.
Well, if you must.
I spoke to Dr. Swansea. He's not the man I'm looking for. Now, I want the truth.
The truth? What do you mean?
I suspect that someone else was here tonight. And I don't think Tom wants to tell me about it.
I'm just the barmaid here, okay? If Tom says you're the only visitor we had, then you're the only visitor we had.
I can feel your fear, madam. Please, tell me what's going on.
It's Will. William Bishop. He came in here earlier tonight and he... Well, I thought he was going to clock someone.
What happened tonight?
He was dead drunk, as usual. But my God, his eyes. His face. He must have caught something awful. He shouted and cried. It was terrible.
Why are you so afraid?
I mean, his skin. His hands. I scrubbed every glass and every chair that he touched. God, I hope it's not contagious.
Tell me about this William Bishop.
Will was a sailor who worked at the cannon factory before he lost that job. A nice bloke, really. He's never been violent. Until tonight.
Why keep it a secret? Why not tell me about it?
Tom's nothing if not loyal. After Will lost his job, he offered him one ear. They used to be good mates. But recently, well... Will started to get very aggressive.
I see. Thank you for your candor. I'll be sure to talk to Tom.
Okay. You just discovered a hint. It reveals a secret about a citizen or someone related to them. So, let's see. Citizen details. A vampire, you need human blood to evolve. The blood quality bar indicates the XP you will earn if you feed off this citizen. Unlock hints to increase the amount of XP. So, this game works twofold, where you can either be like purely evil, you can be neutral, or you can be good. Now, see, here's the thing. It's really easy to be evil. It's really hard to be good. Because basically, as you go, there are going to be more sicknesses, more fatigues, more difficult sicknesses to cure. But if you manage to do that and you go later in the game to where you munch down on a few people, you can be pretty damn strong in this game. But if you go about not doing that and you're just going to try and keep everyone alive, like I'm gonna try to because I like making this game freaking hard on myself, you will inevitably like still beat the game. It's just gonna take a little bit. You're gonna be a bit more strategic. Fights are gonna go a little bit more longer. So yeah. But we can't probably even mesmerize Tom Watts if we wanted to because he has a mesmerize level of 3. So yeah.
Welcome back. Did you find what you were after?
I can't say I have. Are you sure no one else came into your bar before I arrived?
Hey, I told you, you were the only other stranger I've had.
As a vampire, you can force a citizen to reveal information thanks to hints you discover. Blue prompts.
Tom, talk to me about the visit from your old friend, William.
Yes, Will came by tonight, but he's not my friend anymore.
Who is he?
William? Just an old sailor who loves his gin too much. He worked for years at the canning factory before it closed.
How was he tonight? Was he different?
Sicker than usual, perhaps.
Huh.
He whined and mumbled about how mean people were to him and how he'd like to talk to me outside, and then he left when I refused.
Probably a good idea.
Is he dangerous?
Yeah, like many drunks, he's all bark and no bite. He can barely stand up most of the time.
Why lie to me if he is not your friend?
I didn't lie. I said you were my only unannounced customer, and that's the truth.
I need to find him. It's a matter of urgency. Do you know where he is?
You could try his boat. It's up by the North Pier. He sleeps there when he's too drunk to get home.
Please describe him to me.
What'd you expect? He's a tall, sick bastard with a bad rash and torn old clothes. William used to be strong. Now he's a mess.
Thank you, Tom.
If you see him, tell him I don't want him back here unless he cleans up his act, okay?
Okay.
I cannot enter.
Okay.
I will get to the bottom of this intrigue. What's been done to me, to this city. The body is still warm. This man has just been drained of blood. This man was armed. He tried to defend himself. This corpse has been dried of its blood, just like the previous victim. What's this? Some sort of note.
The 30th of October, from G. McCullum to Dock Patrols. Multiple deaths in the dock region. We believe a nasty leech is involved. Locate the bees, purge it quickly. Warning, according to recent reports, the vampire is very violent. Approach it with extreme caution. I know we lack men in this part of town, but don't send rookies to investigate the case. If I'm correct, we got a frenzied one killing each night. As always, search abandoned places first, like old houses, basements, sewers, or warehouses. Destroyed the leech.
These men, they're a company of professional vampire hunters. Blood and empty gin bottles. This Bishop fellow is something of a heavy drinker. There are blood splats on the other side of the canal. I must reach that barge.
Nice. Oh.
Ammunition crate. Good. I may need a lot of bullets. I feel like I'm back on the front line again.
That was rude of me, but
I can remember. But I've only been part of the guard 3 weeks to the day.
All the more reason to shut him, mister. If the man says a bloodsucker's dug in,
press L to spot the enemy around and display their enemy cards. Some enemies are more resistant to certain types of damage. There are 4 types of resistances. There's melee, range, blood, and shadow. Orange indicates a medium resistance. Red indicates a high resistance.
job, and that's to find it. It's a leech! Kill it!
Die! I want to see something. We have a gun. Do we? Yes. Okay, and then it's the right button to...
Crush the leech, boys! Christ! Bloody leech!
Okay. I do Dark Souls logic where it's like, I keep swinging until they drop. Oh, shit. A shotgun? Don't mind if I do. This is the first time I think I've ever found that gun. Perfect, because I'll tell you what. You're gonna want powerful weapons in this game, and I don't want just a pea shooter.
Over there!
The fighting in this game is a little wonky. I'll have to get used to it again. It does get better when Jonathan gets more stamina, but it is a little rough right now. There we go. Jonathan's machete's leveled up. Okay.
It's locked.
Guess we're going this way.
Fresh blood. The whole building reeks of it. The scent is so strong it makes me dizzy.
I'll not betray your trust.
Two-handed weapons. Okay, let's see that actually. Two-handed weapons. So take both slots. Oh no, we can have a two-handed and one-handed. Oh, okay, but it does. Oh, okay, okay.
I'll need a drink of something. As one, we shall overcome this.
This place reeks of bloodshed.
Already, and it did not quench my thirst. I must have more.
This creature is bedeviled. I must put it down.
Damn, that's a hell of a combo. No.
William was an honorable man. I could have saved him.
Mr. Hampton, are you in there?
I knew him well, another lost soul, a kindred spirit.
Sir, listen to the sound of my voice. I'm a doctor. You're suffering from shock.
I must return to my flock. They'll stray without me.
Remember, certain skulls are every bit as resistant as we are.
Who are you? What do you mean by Skal?
You truly are a newborn. I should have realized.
Wait. You are the woman from the bar. Are you... like
You're
me?
fine, Brandon.
Can you help me?
I believe, sir, I already have.
Got to help the churchmen.
By George and the Saints, you've solved the mystery of these terrible murders. Patience, good fellows, I've come to offer help. Just give me a moment to secure my boat. We can leave this awful place.
William was not the evil man they claimed. He was just taken by the thirst. He needed his drink.
This man requires medical attention. We'll see he gets to the nearest hospital.
No, please, I must tend to my fold. My flock needs me.
Yes, sir. Go with the good Dr. Swansea. He's resourceful, and I'm sure he'll take good care of you.
You'd best come as well. The sun is soon to rise, and you'll need a place to rest.
I just need a moment. If I can learn something about what has happened to William, I'll be a step closer to understanding what happened to me.
Yes. God, Jonathan. Your poor body.
This poor creature can't be my maker.
Fresh sample of William Bishop's blood in a small tube.
Could it be some subspecies of vampire? I must find a place to analyze the blood. Where are we headed?
We're on our way to the Pembroke Hospital. It's just across the canal. They'll have a bed for poor Mr. Hampton.
William was... what manner of creature was he?
Predator, prey, villain, and victim. Who can say? The important thing is that he's been stopped.
Duly noted. And the woman? What? Who is she?
What woman?
Oh, don't play me for a fool. You used me to locate that Skal. You must know who she is.
And I thought you a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back, but I will tell you she values her privacy.
Privacy.
Were London as peaceful as she appears from the middle of the canal? If only that were the reality of the situation.
To be honest, I've always tried to avoid this part of town.
Pembroke Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic. The flu has decimated the East End and the war still rages. Welcome to the front lines of a plague.
This is where you work, Dr. Swansea?
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service of your mysterious order, the Brotherhood of...
Of St. Paul's Stole, yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science. A physician, like yourself, Dr. Reed.
How do you know who I am?
No need for modesty. You are Dr. Jonathan Reed, a surgeon of some caliber and renown, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct, sir.
I knew it. I had my suspicions. But when you took the blood sample from the corpse of poor William, I was certain. Dr. Reed. Marvelous.
Have we met?
I attended 3 of your seminars before the war. I have the utmost admiration for your research. And what a turn of fate. England's most esteemed blood specialist returns to London a vampire.
That word again. From a so-called man of science.
I understand. Traditionally, the role of science is to refute myth, but when myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. There's so much for you to learn.
And for that, you are right.
Well, then let me be blunt. Join my staff at Pembroke Hospital. As a physician. I suspect you'll not find a better post of employment to contemplate your predicament.
This is sudden. I was returning home to see my sickly mother. But alas, that was before contracting this affliction.
Dr. Reed, take a moment to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed, and have a place to hide. I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes. So, what do you say?
It seems I have little choice, but yours is a generous offer, so I thank you.
Brilliant! Oh, Jonathan, this is one for the book, and the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Dr. Swansea, thank goodness. I was beginning to be concerned.
Worry no more, Nurse Crane, for I bring good news.
Oh, Doctor, what a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Scow said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Yes, well, I'll make a new rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Oh, and Dorothy?
Yes, Doctor?
Dr. Reed here has just returned from the front. He served King and Country and will be joining us here at Pembroke. We're very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his
Yeah,
type,
sexy coat.
also experienced in blood transfusions.
That is good news indeed, Doctor.
Oh, yes. Here at Pembroke, it's not what we have, but what we haven't.
Wow, God, I forget, Jonathan's really tall.
If you have any questions, just ask her.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea, immediately.
Welcome aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. Coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming.
Okay.
You can do better than that. Nah, it's my turn.
Rotten or pristine, each heart contains the secret of life. Drink at this river, try it all.
Oh, come on, you bastard. I won't bite.
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse.
Insulting a good Samaritan. Not exactly the way to get rescued.
All right, sorry. I am in pain here. My guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Yes. That's a very nasty wound you've got there. Take my word, I am a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Name's Clay Cox. I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that better place.
Okay. Blood quality indicates how much XP you will obtain from a particular citizen. The higher the blood quality, the more XP you get. So, we gotta mesmerize him. I am not going to try to kill any people this playthrough, but we shall see.
Fading light into the shadows. Dance with him the dance of life and death.
We don't know. We'll see. Because again, so it says blood temptation. Press A to embrace, press B to release him. Embracing Claycox will provide a massive XP boost, but be aware that there are some consequences. Learning more about citizens and collecting their hints increases the experience gained. That's why I'm not doing it yet though. His XP is not worth it, and it would easily run the area into a bad state too fast. So,
No more. Not tonight. Not like this. I will not take another life.
It is wise for the huntsman
God
to
damn it,
sometimes let his
Brandon.
prey go. But no famished hunter can run for long.
Also, I gotta say, they really did dress Jonathan up good in this game. Though I will say, because he's a vampire and like undead, his blue eyes are like very hollow. But hey, what would you do if you're fucking turning into a vampire? Looks pretty good by all means.
Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play hide and seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
2020. Shut up.
He answers to the name of Clay Cox. He requires urgent medical attention.
Already making the rounds? That's the Pembroke spirit. I'll ask our porter, Milton, to bring him back immediately.
Thank you, nurse. What can I do for you?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
Thank you. Nurse Crane, isn't it?
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reed. Your office has been prepared.
I would like to ask a few questions first. And Mr. Hampton, the patient we brought in, how does he fare?
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep. Poor thing was in quite a state of shock.
What kind of man is Dr. Swansea?
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought you would have known about your employer.
It's right to assume Dr. Swansea knows far more about me than I do about him.
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better than me. The administrator has better things to do than mix with us.
Apologies, I've only just met him the once. This is sudden. I've only just returned to England.
Dr. Swansea is a brilliant surgeon and the most compassionate physician.
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
I guess this is gonna be, in all honesty, this last couple of minutes of the stream, because I think I'm gonna do 2-hour sessions for this game. This is pretty much gonna be getting to know everyone, getting to know everyone's dirty secrets, because that's how we go about everything, is talking to people.
Good evening, nurse. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed, the new surgeon here at the Pembroke.
Dr. Swansea has already told us about you, sir. I'm Nurse Gwyneth Brannigan. Welcome to the Pembroke Hospital.
Did he really? It's a good thing I wasn't hoping to keep a low profile.
Man, you know, I've asked for this, playing a vampire game. The sucking jokes were gonna come. I just didn't know that they were gonna come this... I hate
I
everything.
read about your new blood transfusion technique. Dr. Swansea made sure of that.
I see. Well, I'm a little surprised. But I suppose I'll just have to deal with this unexpected notoriety.
You must know, blood transfusions are Dr. Swansea's primary subject of research. He is convinced it is the future.
How are things here?
Not good, to say the least. We're struggling against an invisible enemy, more lethal than any bullet from a gun. It's hard, Doctor.
An invisible enemy? Quite a poetic term for a disease, especially from a nurse.
Sorry, Doctor. These last few weeks have been exhausting. We could all do with a good night's sleep.
I feel that.
Do you think this hospital can survive the epidemic?
We are all volunteers here, and we're trying to hold fast, but how do we beat an invisible killer? Some nurses have already resigned.
That, man, to think about this, it's one thing like when we're modern day and we struggled with COVID for the time that we have, and it's still not like 100% people will never like reap the worst of it. But imagine being back in this time where you didn't have all these scientific machines and it was all this back and forth research to try and find the evidence to cure the Spanish flu. It's like, my God, that's terrifying to me.
I'm not familiar with all the staff yet. Perhaps you could help me.
Brilliant professionals, most of them.
Haha, that's true.
For recruiting talent.
Most of them. Is there a problem I should know about, nurse?
It would be inappropriate for me to speak.
You know, if there's anyone out of here that I can at least say to some form of like doctoral stuff, it would be you, Brandon, only because you do vet stuff. And of course, when you're working with animals and anything for them, you have to have pretty good sanitation, or else you can risk the animals getting, you know, hurt or infected or whatever. So I believe you there. I didn't think about that.
Is there anyone that stands out?
Well, I have never met someone as dedicated as Dr. Tippett. He should be a standard for us all here. If only he were younger.
Why should his age be a problem?
I guess it's fair to say he's always pushing himself to the limits. He just doesn't know when to stop and get some rest.
So we got a hint on Dr. Tippett.
Nurse Brannigan, if you do know something, please tell me. Anything you say will be held in confidence.
No. I may disagree with some conduct, but in the end, everybody is doing their best.
Okay.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Where is Dr. Tippett? There he is.
Good evening, sir.
So it is true. The famous Dr. Reed has joined us. I can't think of any better news during these terrible times.
Do we know each other?
Actually, yes. We met once before, at the Rockefeller University in New York.
Dr. Tippett, yes, I remember. I was assisting Professor Carell in his research about coronary bypasses. He had nothing but praise for you.
He was also very confident about your future. And look at you now. Eminent surgeon and blood transfusion specialist.
What is the Pembroke Hospital situation? And please, speak freely.
This hospital is not exactly the best of London. I'm sure you are used to working in a better environment.
It's more than enough. In any case, the personnel of a hospital are much more important to me than the building.
Don't be misled by appearances, Dr. Reed. This hospital does not lack talented people. It just lacks hope.
God, again, that's one of those things where, and it's kind of the point I was getting with the whole COVID thing, was like, with COVID, I can't imagine how like I saw TikToks back in the day. It was a big reason why I had a big spiral and I needed to get away from social media as a whole, was because I was just seeing people dying, war stuff, sickness, nurses and doctors like at their limit. And I can't imagine again, like back in this time, where obviously no cell phones, no real like way to watch any news other probably than like radio, and feeling isolated as a doctor when just more and more and more sick people come in. That's just so daunting.
What can you tell me about the staff in the hospital?
Some are really good, and others are not so good. But during this troubled period, there is no time for slander. I prefer to focus on the positive character traits.
Tell me more about cherished people, then.
Nurse Brannigan is a pearl. She is the most helpful and dedicated nurse I've ever worked with. A clever and cheerful woman.
You really seem to admire her skills.
I'll go even further. If she was a man, she would be a damn fine practitioner.
Any opinion about the management?
I don't always agree with Dr. Swansea's reserve, but I must admit he does all he can to keep this facility running during this crisis.
Ah, yes, the burden of command. I was fed up with this concept while serving as a medical officer.
Don't get me wrong. Swansea's a good administrator. I just wish he would get out of his office now and again.
You're exhausting yourself, Corcoran. Maybe you should think about preserving your strength.
No. We must keep on healing all those poor souls. We are the last rampart before chaos. Once more unto the breach.
Nurse Brannigan is worried about you, Doctor.
She should not have told you that. I will have a word with her.
You don't have to blame her for her honesty.
I'm not that kind of man, my dear Jonathan. Actually, Nurse Brannigan's opinion is the only one I may listen to.
God, you should just get a room already.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
Let's see if he's gonna do the. So here's the thing: if you see a bright flash on their body, which I think he might trigger in a second, and they're gonna get to learn a very vital secret about him. Let's see what happens. Yep. Okay. So when you glow like that, there's an
Dr.
investigation.
Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my research. Scowl voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find somebody.
There's Dr. Tippett's.
Damn it! Why is this so difficult every time?
Trying to pat that medicine in. Just Jonathan standing out there. Man's taking them steroids.
That is better. That is better. I will make it through one more night.
Ugh. Ah, shit. Oh, you... Gotcha. Let me do this. A photograph in a wallet. A photograph of a smiling and loving couple with a few words written on the back. Milton and Pippa forever. We're discovering the secrets, just like I said. Ooh, we're learning things.
Good evening, Dr. Tippett.
Dr. Reed, any good news to share?
I know you're taking drugs, Corcoran. Why take such a risk?
I need it to endure the long shifts. We have no idea how long the epidemic will last. We can't let it win.
It's only a matter of time before other people discover it. And it could cost you your job.
Usually I am a very cautious man, Dr. Reed. But I am not afraid to lose my position. I just want to continue to help as much as I can.
I can't fault him, but doing drugs for this, God forbid, like what would happen to him metaphorically, like after the epidemic? It's like, would he become addicted to it and not be able to survive without it? That's always one of those things you worry about.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
Where's Nurse Brannigan? She's right there.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
Camera's weird.
Why does Dr. Tippett claim you're the main reason he keeps working, despite his fatigue?
If it wasn't for him, I probably would have left the Pembroke years ago.
Dr. Tippett does not think of you as just a nurse anymore, does he?
If you're suggesting he's not taking my gender into consideration when it comes to medical practice and knowledge, I really hope he doesn't.
Tell me, nurse, did you know Dr. Tippett was addicted to medication?
I suspected this.
We're just... Hold on. I'm sorry. It just hit me. Dr. Tippett is like right there and we're bad-mouthing him. Obviously that won't change anything. There really aren't a lot of instances where talking to other people within proximity of others really matters. But it's just funny.
Behavior for some time, but never dared to ask him about it. Until the day he confessed to me.
Why would he confess to you about his addiction, Nurse Brannigan?
Don't you know you doctors can't hide anything from a nurse? We're always there, even if you don't notice us.
Do you consider yourselves
Sassy.
our confessors, Nurse Brannigan?
I wouldn't dare, Dr. Reed, but I'm intrigued. How did you discover Dr. Tippett's secret?
What can I say? I seem to have a knack for discovering secrets.
And for hiding them as well.
Do you approve of his addiction?
Of course I don't approve. But I understand he needs it to fight the exhaustion. Let's hope he'll stop injecting himself once the epidemic is over.
And what if he doesn't?
Then we'll have to convince him to stop. I believe he's still in control of his addiction for now, but we must remain vigilant.
Okay.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Let's go talk to Milton.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm new here.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reed. I'm Milton Hooks. The ambulance driver for this shithole of a hospital.
That's quite a blunt introduction, Mr. Hooks.
You can call me Milton. I like to speak my mind, Dr. Reed. Perk of the job. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you.
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun can't be used as a surgical instrument.
You have a keen eye. I learned to shoot during the war, and have carried one ever since. Old habits die hard.
No need to explain, Dr. Reed. And if you ever need a better gun, remember, I may have something for you.
How is the situation around here?
You want to hear the situation is all right? It's fucking awful. We lack everything, and it's getting worse every day.
Are you really smuggling weapons through the hospital?
And why not? I've already been attacked by patients, you know. And by gang members willing to steal my money.
But you're not defending yourself. You're selling guns to civilians.
You keep people alive your own way, Doctor. I offer them another way to protect their health.
So what do you do exactly in this hospital? Apart from smuggling guns, I mean.
I've been an ambulance driver since... too long, I guess. I bring sick people here night and day. It's a dirty job, but I get it done. Most of the time.
It sounds like things have been a bit rough recently. What's happened?
Yesterday I got attacked by the patient I was bringing in. I escaped from the hospital's garden, but I lost my wallet when I was running.
You left an infected patient outside the hospital? That's incredibly dangerous.
Go there yourself if you want, but be careful, Doctor. I'd rather not bring your dead body back.
Since you're on the front line, how is the sanitary situation in this vicinity?
It's a complete disaster. It's even getting dangerous to enter some streets or buildings. Even the locals attack you.
Oh, delicious. Wow, Milton's secrets are tighter than Fort Knott's. Holy shit.
I have some good news, Milton.
What? The epidemic's over?
I retrieved your wallet, with all the money, and a certain picture.
Well, yeah, Pippa Hawkins is my girl. So what? Is it the difference of skin color that bothers you?
Not at all, Milton.
Good. Please, take this money.
Damn, man, went there so quickly.
Not everybody is as broad-minded as you, Dr. Reed.
What's going on between you and Nurse Hawkins?
Pippa's tired. Tired of all this shit. Tired of all those corpses piling up. She's as depressed as I am.
During the war, I witnessed a few couples just like you come together in difficult circumstances. It can be very damaging.
Maybe you're right. But we support each other. And that's all that matters.
You do realize you could both get fired. Hospital staff are not meant to have intimate relationships with one another.
Come on, Dr. Reed. Do you know how many rules are broken in this hospital every day just to keep it running? There's nothing wrong with what we're doing.
Damn, only if Grey's Anatomy could follow that rule of not falling in love with people because... that show.
Goodbye, Milton.
It's safer here than anywhere else in the East End.
Nothing in here. Let's go in. We've been outside for too long. Let's go and talk to the other people that are inside.
Good evening, Nurse.
Good evening, Doctor. I don't think we've been introduced yet. My name is Pippa Hawkins.
And I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Dr. Swansea has recently offered me a position in this hospital.
Well, it's a euphemism that your help will be appreciated, Doctor.
How would you describe the situation at the Pembroke Hospital?
It's serious. The flu is wreaking havoc amongst the staff and patients. We are running out of everything.
Nurse Hawkins, the Spanish flu won't last forever. Even the Black Plague didn't kill everyone.
I wish I could believe you. But what if this epidemic was worse? What if in the end, nobody was spared?
You must get a hold of yourself, nurse.
Sorry, I'm exhausted. No one has any idea when this epidemic will be over.
Can someone do research for me real fast? How many years did the Spanish flu epidemic go on? Can someone search that up for me? I'd be very interested in knowing.
How long have you been a nurse?
Well, long enough to see that the epidemic is winning. And no matter how qualified you are, don't tell me you'll change that.
I don't like your attitude, Nurse Hawkins. Pessimism can be as lethal as the epidemic in times like these.
Sorry, Doctor. I don't want to sound bitter, but I'm just too tired to give a pep talk like Nurse Brannigan.
How is the Pembroke staff coping with the epidemic?
Well, not well. Milton, the ambulance driver, is even more grumpy than usual, especially concerning doctors.
Why is Milton grumpy on a daily basis? Is it just an act?
Milton's not the kind of man who's bothered about a bad reputation, whether he deserved it or not.
Why does Milton dislike doctors?
I don't know. Just ask him. But be warned, Milton is not the chatty type.
Pepper, I know you're very close to Milton Hooks.
Yes, Milton Hooks is my man. If you want to report me for that, just feel free, Doctor.
I have no intention of reporting you, Nurse Hawkins. But are you aware of the risks?
The rules say I won't be allowed to work as a nurse anymore. But here at the Pembroke, we break rules all the time.
Is he worth the risk?
Hey, I'm no perfect woman, and Milton is not the finest bloke. But we do our best to get by. That's all any of us can hope for nowadays.
Damn.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins. Good evening, sir. Can I help you?
Unless you're here to fix my face. No. I don't think you can help me.
I'm Dr. Reed. I've recently taken the position of head surgeon here. War injuries, am I right?
You guessed right, Doctor. German shell took my pretty little mug right off. But they still call me Thomas Elwood.
How is your stay with us, Mr. Elwood?
Oh, it's bliss. I just escaped death in the trenches to be surrounded again by the moans of the dying.
Can I ask you precisely why you're a patient here?
It's the pain, sir. The drugs don't work. It just hurts under the scars, if you get my drift.
Can I do anything for your pain?
Nurses gave me a bunch of pills. No effect. Told you.
Better fix that attitude.
Flames are under my skin, burning away.
Sounds like you got nerve
Who
damage.
is treating you? Is someone in particular looking after your case?
Nobody since the old and tired doctor spoke to me. Started to think I was forgotten about. Wouldn't blame you.
You don't seem worried by that.
My face hurts so much more when I smile or cry. I've learned it's easier not to speak. But be assured I'm smiling inside.
Where were you stationed, sir? Did you serve for long?
I really don't want to talk about all this shit.
No offense. I was pushing too much. I served in France myself. I just wanted to know what happened to you.
You were an officer, weren't you? Then I doubt we fought the same war, sir. No offense.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
Damn. The pain.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon at the Pembroke Hospital. And who are you?
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal. You're nothing but dust blown by the winds of eternity.
I beg your pardon?
What are you begging for, mortal? My clemency? Well, tonight maybe I'm inclined to mercy. You'll never forget the night you met Thelma Howcroft.
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that? And if I'm mortal, what are you?
Well, Dr. Reed, if you must know, I'm a vampire.
I'm so sure that you are.
I'm assuming you must be a patient here. Am I right, Miss Howcroft?
It's only a cover. To hide from my enemies. I can leave whenever I want. As a woman, a spirit, fog, or bat.
Who are these enemies you mentioned? Can you describe them?
I can't say for sure. But I sense their eyes on me from nearby. I feel them watching me every time I visit the garden near the morgue.
The staff here are not your enemy. They're here to help you, to care for you.
I'm not speaking of the doctors in white. I'm speaking of the men and women who hunt me. For I am a vampire.
I see. Don't worry. These people will not find
I
you.
think she's a little delusional.
Sure.
Just a thought.
Thank you, mortal. But do not interfere with them, for you are no match for those that hunt me.
Sure, lady.
And why do you believe you're a vampire?
I don't need to believe anything. It is what I am. It is what I feel within this hollow shell of flesh.
Please, describe to me how you feel. What is it like to be a vampire?
I can hear my body crumble from the inside as my flesh cracks and fades. I sense the last pulse of postulant blood within my drying veins. I need new blood.
I see. Have you ever heard of Cotard's syndrome, Miss Howcroft?
Never.
It's a mental illness discovered by a French neurologist named Jules Cotard. The affected patients are delusional. They believe that they are putrefying, that they are dead, a ghost or a ghoul, or in your case, a vampire.
Delusional, you say? Oh, sad and pathetic mortal. You can't even begin to understand the concept of immortality. And you think it is I who am delusional.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
Okay, hold on. Wait. These two have a social link together? Oh, Thomas, your face. Bro, you look almost as fucked up as the people that are in Outlast. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, well. Getting to learn the patience, getting to learn the patience.
Give you the benefit of the doubt.
Good evening, madam. Can I help you?
It's my son who needs you, sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. How can I help your son?
I'm Beatrice Goswick, mother of Mortimer Goswick. Could you check on him, please, Dr. Reed? I've heard much of your talents as a physician.
What can you tell me about yourself, Mrs. Goswick?
Not much to say. Just take care of my Mortimer and I'll cover all the expenses. That's all that matters.
Are you really that rich? Most of the patients here are of a more humble origin, if I may say so.
Yes, thanks to my husband. May he rest in peace. I can cover any needed medical expenses.
May I ask if you have an occupation, Mrs. Goswick?
I'm a teacher by profession. I teach young women who are more ambitious about their futures than their families.
Don't waste your time with me.
What do you think of your reception here? Any complaints?
I have had the uttermost reservations about this hospital since we arrived. But we had no other choice, considering the state of emergency.
Is there something in particular that's bothering you?
Some of the staff were not especially welcoming. I suspect they're not accustomed to dealing with patients of such social standing.
Tell me more about your arrival at the Pembroke Hospital. What gave you such a bad first impression?
The ambulance driver was quite rude, for a start. And that nurse, Miss Hawkins, seems to have quite a dubious attitude.
What do you mean?
She managed to secure a bed for my son despite the epidemic. It was a relief, but it wasn't cheap.
She charged you for a bed?
Yes, and I paid without question, considering the urgency of the situation.
I share your concern, Mrs. Goswick. Be sure that I'll talk to the people involved.
I don't expect compensation, Dr. Reed. But I'm aware such behavior would not be tolerated in other hospitals.
Sound like a Karen, but I understand.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick. Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed. Can I help at all?
No.
Really? Why are you here, then?
I don't want to talk. My throat hurts too much.
I suppose that this pain is the reason you're here. Is someone taking care of you?
Yes. And no.
Could you at least tell me your name, sir?
Mortimer. Mortimer Goswick.
How painful is your throat, Mr. Goswick?
So painful I'd rather not talk at all, Doctor.
I'm sure you realize a doctor and his patient have to communicate, sir. Would it help if I gave you some paper and a pen?
Not really.
I see. Then maybe it's not just your throat that hurts, Mr. Goswick. Perhaps your sore throat is just the consequence of something more hurtful.
Yes, maybe. But I don't want to talk or even write about it now.
Why did your mother have you hospitalized here? She seems convinced this is a bad hospital.
My mother just wants the best for me. She won't rest while I'm here. She'd go all the way to hell and back to help me.
Pembroke Hospital may look unorthodox, but rest assured you're in good hands here.
It's not me you have to convince, Dr. Reed. It's my mother.
Is your mother bothering you? As your doctor, I can ask her to leave you alone if you would prefer.
That's tempting, Doctor. But you have no idea what my mother is capable of. She would tie herself to my bed if you asked her to leave.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Goswick.
I don't want to talk, Doctor.
I have to go.
Good evening, sir.
Touché.
Doctor.
Wow, there's a lot of people here. Holy shit.
You always knew the words to calm the children, Helen.
Oh my god, we're already coming up on 2 hours? Holy shit. Okay, wow. I was not expecting to come up on 2 hours already. Milton. Let's finish things off with some of the people that we have some good hints on. And then next time we can go even further.
Why do you have such a mediocre reputation among your colleagues, Milton?
Fuck them. Nobody knows the horrors I've seen since working here. This city was sick long before the epidemic, Dr. Reed.
I know it's a difficult task, but correct me if I'm wrong. Is this not the job you are paid to do?
I've seen babies left to die while their brothers were properly fed. Underage girls and boys sold to all manner of perverts.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, exactly. We lack words. So excuse me if I don't look on the bright side of life.
Goodbye, Milton.
Where's Pippa? Over there.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Nothing on her that we can talk about. Okay. Oh. Hi, Shadow. Looks like we got another secret.
How can I be sure I'll not find your unconscious body in the house again?
I promise you, you'll not find my unconscious body.
For God's sake, how can you say such a thing?
How can you refuse to listen? I tried to warn you for so long.
No, I won't let my only son die. You promised me you'll stay alive.
Your son lied to you, like the whole world lies to us.
Damn. So it sounds like he must have tried to commit suicide, and it didn't work, and that's why his throat hurts. Or just, you know, sucking too much dick. But, no.
Good evening, Mr. Goswick. How are you?
I'm okay.
Admit it, Mortimer. Your mother had you hospitalized here because you tried to kill yourself.
Yes, it's true.
All right, then. This is the first time we've really shared information about your case. Shall we call this progress?
Call it what you want, Dr. Reed.
You can trust me. I won't report you to the authorities. My one and only concern is your health.
I guess I should thank you then.
Can I help you in any way, Mr. Goswick?
I wrote a letter for my mother. She was supposed to read it after my death. But I suppose she doesn't have to read it now.
I see. And is this letter still near the place where you tried to take your own life?
Yes. And I don't want anyone reading my last words. I mean, I'm still here. If you bring me back that letter, then perhaps we'll talk.
I have to go now, sir.
I'm alright. Don't waste your time with me.
Okay, well, I think that's probably where we'll stop for the night. One, because I am extremely hungry. And, two, we're coming up on 2 hours. But I think you guys are kind of getting an idea. There will be action to this. There's going to be a lot of talking, figuring out puzzles, figuring out how we can help people, and, you know, going from there. But I think for now, that's all for this stream. I don't know if I'm going to stream tomorrow. We'll see. I know my cousin and I think we're going to be playing Baldur's Gate 3 tomorrow, as well as I know I want to play Final Fantasy 14. But, you know, I'll keep people posted on my social medias. Yeah, I guess that's really going to be it. Thanks for everyone that tuned in and came for the stream. Again, this is like probably one of my favorite games ever. There's a lot you get to do in it. There's a lot of like just crazy stuff that happens, and right now it's pretty somber, but it'll pick up and it gets crazy. Go get Taco Bell, you bick. I don't know, I might, but I also have still have Domino's pizza in my fridge, so I might just have that. But anyway, I hope that you all have a fabulous night. I'm going to get some food. I'm going to chill out. What's that? Also, Kevin better name that last sticker Cal Goldfish Brain. That's brilliant. I forgot about the stickers. I was so tired yesterday that I didn't even remember. But anyway, everyone have a great night, and I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.